Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Basic Brunches. I hope everybody's been having a wonderful holiday celebration. Some of us are still recovering. As you can see, this is my Don't Talk to Me cardigan, because I wear it and then I literally give people this look of just like, don't talk to me. My name is Stephanie, and I am here with another apple juice cranberry rum drink.
Crapple juice.
Crapple. Hi! I found the last bottle of my sangria that I have left. This shit will fuck you up.
I currently have a pomegranate mojito. Yeah, I kind of mixed it with my green tea. It tastes a little weird, but it's fine.
Tardy Tijito.
Hello, people. I'm drinking a berry tea.
Let's go ahead and talk. Some of us just finished celebrating Christmas. We're getting ready for 2021. A lot of us are just waiting for 2021 to happen. What are two things that you've learned about yourself in 2020? Apparently, I'm capable of doing things if I like him. And it's not that I'm dumb or unable to do things. It's I just need to like what I'm doing, which makes working so hard. And I only pay attention to things that I find interesting. Otherwise, I'm a horrible listener. And I used to tell people I'm a great listener. I'm a very selective listener. Like, realizing that this year, I feel like a bad person, but I'm not a bad person.
No.
I'm capable, but I just don't like listening to certain things.
I feel like you have self-respect where you know what you don't want to in your life. And some people kind of force themselves into a situation just to be a good person, or, and it's just you don't have time for that. You respect yourself. It's called maturing.
With a hard T.
Maturing.
Actually, mine's kind of on that same wavelength there. I don't have to perform emotional or educational labor for other people. My time is actually valuable, and so I'm not obligated, and I don't owe anybody any kind of explanation. And in 2020 especially, we had so many people going online and arguing and trying to educate other people. I don't have the energy and I don't have the time, and most people just aren't going to listen anyways. You know what I mean?
It has been made.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how I change my tone. It doesn't matter how I say it. It doesn't matter what kind of links I give them. And so I don't owe anybody anything, and my time is valuable, is one that I learned. And that I really do second guess myself a lot. Even as a mom, I second guess if I'm a good mom or not, because, she'll keep crying in my arms. And then once Robert comes in, she's all happy-go-lucky. And I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? Or, even at my job, I always feel like I'm not enough, that I didn't deserve to get here. And I did. I worked really hard to get where I am. And I love my job, and that my voice, my opinions, everything is actually valuable, and it can change my community. So I need to feel more grounded in myself, I think. And I've learned that I do have power, and I need to stop second guessing myself. I'm fine. I'm not invalid. I'm valid. I'm very, very valid. And so it was hard coming to that conclusion because I'm super self-deprecating.
So 2 things I've learned about myself this year, especially, with the pandemic and everything, I've had time to really prioritize what I feel are important to me. The first thing is my value does not come from the work. It does not come from external factors. So the amount of work that I put into something, or the amount of weight I may or may not have lost or gained, does not equate to my value as a human being. So regardless of whatever work or things that I put into society, I am a human being, and I deserve basic human respect. And my value is not in question. The second thing that I've learned about myself is that I am pretty resilient and fairly creative. I used to really hide that about myself as a child, because I tried to fit and mold myself into some image of what other people's expectations used to be or were of me, whether it's my parents or my teachers or colleagues. I always had this idea of I should be or look or act a certain way. And this year I was more like, I'm tired. I'm just so exhausted of trying to act a certain part that I kind of started being more comfortable being myself and expressing myself. And I've been a lot more happier about it. So I'm really happy with how it's going so far.
Yay!
And this quarantine has been somewhat of a blessing, because it gives me that time to just experiment, whether it's with my gender expression or if it's taking new things. I've started taking voice acting classes, and I started putting more things out on social media, and a lot of that stuff has just been my own self-discovery as well. So it's been really fun, and I've been having a really good time. Yeah, that's what I've learned about it.
That's good.
Yay!
I'm a very impatient person, and that's really bad, and I know that. Whenever I see something I want it, or whenever I have a plan, like, let's get it quick, let's get there. Like, my time is running out. For some reason, I have this like clock ticking, like I need to do it now, or it's too late. Like, it's too late. And when things literally had to stop for a minute because of quarantine, it's like, take your time, step away. What is it that you can do right now? Because then I worry like crazy for things that are literally out of my control. I have a great partner who reminds me all the time that worrying is very anti-productive. So what if you worry about stuff that are productive in a very productive way? And so I created a worry board where I write everything that is a worry to myself, and then I break it down into categories, into what I can do today, this month, and this year to accomplish those things. So that's one thing that I've done for myself, and I'm very proud of, because starting is so hard for me. And the second thing is, we live in an era where social media wasn't what it was today. So we kind of have knowledge of before and during. We can share things. They can either be selfish, or it can be something that can be productive and helpful and educational, and we have that power to do so. And so I want my voice to be associated with being positive. If I'm going to say something, it's about space. If I'm going to be using my voice for something, let it be for something educational or something that makes you think. And that's about it.
Yeah, I feel like 2020 has definitely been the year of learning. If not about yourself, people around you, the environment we're in, social media. It's been a learning year. It's good to realize things about yourself that you never really noticed or never really thought about. Realizing it and being aware of it is the first step of progressing. But let's talk about New Year's Eve. Obviously, not all of us can have parties. Hypothetically, if you were able to plan a New Year's Eve party, what would the theme be, and what would be the required attire? I want to start real quick because I'm so excited. Okay, pajama party. Just like the 90s, how we used to do it back in the old days. We'll have the soda pop. We'll have everybody's required to pick a song from the 90s, and I'll throw it on the playlist. Everybody's required to wear pajamas, and we are just going to be such old people having such a golly gosh good time. That's how I want my New Year's Eve party. Boom.
I love that. It would be like an R&R, rest and relaxation spa theme. Everyone come in the bathroom, bring your face mask, bring your skincare, pedicures, manis, and then maybe tissues, because who knows what's going to happen. And then if someone can bring tarot cards, and if they're good at reading tarot, I would love to know my future for 2021. That'd be great. And maybe watch a movie. I don't know.
I really value my immediate family. You know, sometimes there could be relatives who don't really get your understanding or your way of thinking. And so my dad, my sister, my mom, they get me, and I love them, and I want to spend it with them. Pajamas, movies, food, and that's it. I really don't need anything else. I really just want to be with them. That's it. That's it.
Aww.
Also, if it's the end of it, I'd rather to be with them.
I'm kind of on the same boat with Carla. So in Japan, we have this whole thing where like we stay in and we watch this singing competition. Popular singers are separated between Team White and Team Red, and they like do sing-offs. I loved watching that with my family, like in a kotatsu, which is a tiny table that's heated, and you put a blanket, and it's the best. And you eat food all day, like, and it's traditional Japanese dishes for New Year's, and each dish has a meaning of what the next year is going to bring. I miss that, and I want my grandpa to meet his great-granddaughter, and maybe 10 minutes before we get to hear the bells from the temple ring, so they'll broadcast that and we can even hear it from our house. That's my ideal New Year's. I don't do big parties, so I just miss having the traditions. And kids get money. We get money for New Year's.
We're going to continue on into game time. This game is going to be a very interesting take on Family Feud. Name a popular New Year's resolution.
Lose weight, save money, find love, exercise more. I don't know if that will be under lose weight though. I have no idea. Holy, I don't know. Start a family or something.
I would say stop biting my nails. Travel more. New job.
Oh,
Good job.
Save money.
to stop smoking.
That's it. Okay, next one. Name something in a person's closet that only comes out for special occasions.
Rain boots.
Ugly sweaters.
Lingerie.
Wedding dress.
So dress is on the list, yes.
Expensive jewelry. Perfume. Coat. Uniform.
Like a tuxedo or like a suit, like a nice suit. High heels.
Louboutins.
A costume? I'm just gonna go and say kimono because that's the last thing that I can think of.
There are 3 more on this list, by the way.
Oh, cufflinks. Hats. A tie.
Yay!
Gloves.
So the last 2, and this is why.
Are they pictures?
Hana was so close. Dress shoes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the last one is the stupid one, and it's a shotgun.
What the
Stop.
has shotguns in their closet?
I feel like this is something that somebody did a quiz for in Texas.
Girl, get the fuck out right now. Get out of here.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Name something you do in front of a fireplace.
You make s'mores.
Cuddles.
Cuddles is number 1.
No!
Hang up stockings. Open presents. Show chestnuts.
Stoke a fire. Sex. Like sexy time. Not as fun as you think. Where's sex is not fun? Like lay on like a bare rug. Drink hot cocoa. Oh
Woo!
yeah. Read.
Hey,
Take
cheating.
naps.
On a roll here.
I know. I mean,
I know.
everything. Eat a snack.
Tell scary stories.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that is a good one.
That's a really good one.
That's
Keep
like a
warm.
That's a campfire. Did you say keep warm?
Yeah.
Carla
Play
stressed.
music.
The other 2, and this is why s'mores was so close. Roast marshmallows. You can technically roast a marshmallow in front of a fireplace and talk.
What the hell?
Okay.
This is the last one. Name a popular New Year's gift.
Money. Yeah. That's all I got. Cookware. I don't know. Games. Food. How about food?
Alcohol. Liquor. Champagne. Grapes. Tickets to a trip.
All right, Ren, you have an opportunity to guess
Oh,
these
no.
4 things.
Cookies.
Aw, I would love those gifts. Thank you, Brett.
A mug that's like Happy New Year's 2020 on it or something. The balloons, like the giant balloons with the numbers on them.
So these are the
You're
ones
not
that are
good at this,
okay.
you guys.
Either
So
one, I swear to God, if one of them is an engagement ring, I am walking out of here.
that was number 2 on the list.
Bull-
People like proposing on New Year's Eve. Next
What?
was calendar, a kiss, and flowers. In 3rd place, we have Ren with 44 points.
Yay!
The 2nd place with 91 points is Carla, which makes Hana the winner at 188 points.
Nice.
Wait, how are you pointing these?
I guess
They were based
the
off of like
position-
percentage of people that.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's
But
fine.
if we wanted to do like points, you'd still win.
I see
Well,
why. I
great.
see why you were confused. I was like, but there's just 1 point. What's the matter, Steph? Are you okay?
I can't math, but it's still same tier. Ren was able to get 3, Carla was able to get 4, and Hana got 8. And that concludes game time.
Yay!
Da, da, da. Now that we're at the end game of this show, it is time for shoutouts.
It's the end of the year. Donate. Shop local. Donate blood. People need it, especially this time of year. So just be a good person to your community. That's all.
I'm going to shout out Robert and his friends. They're currently making a show called The Outlaws. It's based on the DC Comics series Red Hood and the Outlaws. If you want to follow them on Instagram, they've been working really hard on it for a really long time. They're trying to pitch it and all that stuff. So if you guys could go and support them, that would be really, really lovely. Yeah.
The holiday seasons are tough for everyone, and this year especially if you're still quarantining. I mean, usually around this time anyways. The suicide rates are up, so I would have to shout out to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, holding down the fort, making sure everyone feels loved, seen, and validated during this time, especially right now. So lots of props to you.
It's planner time. So I'm going to give my shout out to my friend's planner company, and I'm going to butcher the name because I'm horrible at pronouncing things. It's called Auraline Astrology Planner. She designed a new planner for 2021 with a lot of new features that the 2020 planner did not have. It's a lot of goals centered, a lot of focus on the moon, the stars, the seasons. It's beautifully designed, and I highly suggest you check it out on her website, auralineshop.com. But other than that, guys, we're almost done with 2020. So thank you guys for hanging in there, checking out all these videos. If you want to throw back yourself, we started in September, so check out all of the basic brunches and all the other videos that we have here on Nom Talk Network. Huge thank you to Hannah, Ren, and Carla for being rock stars. And thank you guys for watching and subscribing and liking and commenting and all that fun stuff. I am Stephanie, and we will see you guys next year in 2021. Bye!
Happy New Year!
Bye.
Happy New Year's!